Let's go to healthcare a little bit more. You mentioned
Sure.
that razor-thin line. So we have two Republicans right now that are saying they can't vote for that. Is that correct? Have we heard from any others?
That's it for, at this hour for sure. Right. Susan Collins and Rand Paul. This morning, the Ohio governor, John Kasich, said that the changes proposed by Mitch McConnell still not good enough. That would suggest that Rob Portman, the Republican senator from Ohio now, is on the bubble. He will probably have to decide here soon. Does he go with his popular home state governor, or does he stand against him and stand with GOP congressional leadership and start moving this process forward? Notice that Kasich said it's not good enough yet.
Yeah.
That certainly leaves open the door to moving forward. It's important to remember here what's going to happen next week in the Senate, if they get to it, is merely a procedural vote that will allow formal debate and amendment writing to begin. So, in essence, you may see some Republicans vote to get onto the bill and begin debate, but then later vote against it. Remember, that's the kind of thing that tripped up John Kerry back in 2004 when he famously quipped that he had voted for something before he voted against it. And what he was talking about there is that he had voted to begin debate and advance it, but then ultimately voted against the legislation. It's a very senatorial thing, but Democrats are planning to use this procedural vote perhaps as the test vote, understanding that if it's going to fail later, if McConnell pulls it off the floor because he knows there isn't enough support, people will have voted to start it. So they will probably use that vote in campaign commercials for years to come saying, such and such senator voted to revamp or upend the Affordable Care Act, and they will use that procedural vote as the test case. That's going to put pressure on about 8 to 10 Republican senators across the country who are going to have to sit there and think, do I really take the risk of starting this debate, or do I once again stand against it?
Well, and you mentioned procedure. We also are awaiting the CBO score next week. What's the impact that we expect to see from that?
Well, the impact there is that it's probably going to be the deciding factor for a handful of senators who are waiting to see the full effect and the cost of this legislation. There are some who are very concerned about getting certain amendments added to it, guys like Ted Cruz and Mike Lee. Others who just don't like this whole idea at all, guys like Dean Heller and Susan Collins. And there are others who will be persuaded by what the CBO announces on Monday or Tuesday. They are the nonpartisan scorekeepers in this situation, still seen as pretty reputable. And those numbers have a big impact on convincing lawmakers to go one way or another. So it will be a closely watched report and could very quickly signal the level of support for this among Republicans.
Ed, it never slows down for you. Ed O'Keefe
really doesn't.
in Washington, thank you.
Take care.